Hello, my name's Neil Wade. I'm a still photographer and more recently a light animator. The first thing you want to do is find a good dark location. You can't have too many ambient lights, light coming from street lamps, lights coming from cars driving by. One thing you want to remember when you're getting prepared is to wear all dark clothes, especially dark pants and dark shoes. Otherwise, you're going to show up in the photo behind your drawing. You need a camera where you can set all the controls manually. You need to be able to set the shutter speed, the aperture, and the ISO all by yourself. Any DSLR can do this, but there are also a lot of smaller consumer models that can do it too. So you have your dark location, and you have your tripod and your camera. You're going to want to set your camera to a shutter speed of 15 to 30 seconds. You want to set your ISO to about 100 to 200, and you want your aperture to be somewhere between f8 to f16. All of those settings you can adjust a little bit depending on the location that you found and how much ambient light is there, how much light coming from the surrounding lights and things are there. Be very careful to turn all the auto controls off. Turn off the autofocus. You're going to want to manually focus so it doesn't keep changing each time. It's a good idea before you go out into the field to try to do this, to get a sketchbook and draw the frames that you want to draw. You don't need to draw every frame individually, but if you want a tree to turn into a snail like we did, it's a lot easier if you have that drawn out and planned ahead. When you first start out, one of the easiest things to draw is a stick figure of a human body. What you do is you take the flashlight and point it towards the camera and just do a stick figure of yourself. Start at your feet, go up to your waist, go back down to the other foot for your second leg, then do a stick that comes up to your head, and you can draw a circle around your head, put two eyes in it and a little smiley face, and you have a stick figure. You can take that into light animation by having it move a little bit. What you can do is you actually take a step and then draw yourself again. For the next frame, take another step and draw yourself again, and so on and so on. And that will be the beginning of light animation. So when you're finished doing your animation, you can look right on the back of your digital camera and flick through it and see your animation actually work. You can see if you made mistakes. But don't worry if you make small mistakes. When you later import this into your computer, you're going to see that the individual frames go by so quickly that small little mistakes don't show up. Okay, so when you get home, you import all the pictures into your photo browsing software. You can do batch corrections to them if you need to change the levels a little bit, if you need to make them brighter or darker, or whatever you need to do. You then import them into the video software and line them all up. You generally want to make your frames per second somewhere around 5 frames per second or 10 frames per second. If you do 10 frames per second, you have to draw a lot more frames. So Corel's Video Studio software is really cool because it has a lot of video filters to do different things to your animation. You can do lightning strikes and all kinds of really cool things. A great thing to do is to do it with a lot of friends. Have your friends come out and everybody can work together. And you can have some really great moments when you first look at the back of the camera at what you did and everybody goes, wow, like, yeah, this is really good. Those are great moments.